Hello, I'm Bill Trainer from Georgetown Law, and it's a privilege to welcome you to the 2021 Taxation Interview Program, also known as TIP. TIP is the nation's premier interview program for taxation LLM students. This year marks the 20th anniversary of TIP, and we are honored to have your participation during these extraordinary times. TIP has existed since 2001, but this is the first time we're hosting an entirely virtual program. In its current form, TIP is a consortium program hosted by Georgetown Law in partnership with NYU Law. Every year, the program enables top law firms, major accounting firms, government agencies, and corporations from around the United States and different parts of the world to interview the most promising tax professionals in the country on one day. TIP continues to serve as the preeminent recruitment program for top taxation LLM talent. This year, we have over 150 students and over 70 employers participating either through an interview schedule or resume collection. Both US trained and foreign trained students pursuing their degrees full-time, part-time, and through the executive programs at Georgetown Law and NYU are participating this year. We also have some JD LLM candidates, current tax court clerks, and specialty certificate students with interviews this year. Year after year, TIP enjoys a high rate of success in placing top tax candidates with employers around the world. These unprecedented times have created a number of challenges for employers looking to hire new talent, but TIP's new virtual format has allowed us to engage with employers from new geographic locations, and it's given us the flexibility to accommodate different time zones in scheduling interviews. We expect that this year, in its new form, both candidates and employers will yet again have a rewarding experience at TIP. While we'll miss the camaraderie of gathering in person this year, we appreciate your participation in what promises to be another successful taxation interview program. So thank you all. Thank you for participating in TIP this year.
Hello and welcome. I'm Ellis Duncan, the Director of the Graduate Tax Program at Georgetown. It's my pleasure to welcome you to the 2021 Taxation Interview Program. As you know, Georgetown and NYU have partnered to host this event, the premier interview program for the recruitment of tax LLM students, for the past 20 years. This event is one that I look forward to each year with fond memories, because TIP is where I found my job many years ago when I was a student in the LLM program at Georgetown. I still recall wandering the halls of the Washington Court Hotel in DC, where the event was previously held, feeling both nervous and excited at the same time. All of the possibilities and opportunities that were available through this unique program. As I continue to speak with my students about TIP and careers in tax law, I still get the sense of excitement about future possibilities that I felt as a student. And all of this is because of your presence here today. You were among the leading practitioners in the field of tax law, representing the nation's top law firms, accounting firms, corporations, and government agencies. It is because of all of you that this event is so successful. So I want to offer my heartfelt thanks to all of you for participating in this event, particularly during these very challenging times. It means so much to our students and to our tax program. Speaking of our students, we have a wonderful class this year at Georgetown. Although we have not been able to conduct any programming on campus recently, I have gotten to know many of our students as individuals. I've been extremely impressed by their intelligence, ambition, and resiliency of this year's class. From my perspective, the future of the tax bar looks very strong. Finally, I want to express my sincere gratitude to my colleagues at NYU. They have been a wonderful partner of ours for so many years, as well as my colleagues in our graduate career office. In particular, I want to extend my thanks to Sunita Iyer, who has spent countless hours putting together this impressive program during these unprecedented times. None of this would be possible without her efforts. Once again, thank you so much for participating in the 2021 Taxation Interview Program. I hope that you are able to hire some of our wonderful students, as well as some of NYU's wonderful students. And I look forward to hopefully seeing you all in person sometime soon. Thanks again.
Hi, I'm John Stevens. I'm the director of the Graduate Tax Program at NYU School of Law. Many of you have asked about how we've adapted our teaching this year. This year, we offered our students a lot of different options for studying tax with us, both in terms of the timing of the program as well as the location. So we gave the students the flexibility to study with us full-time, starting either in the fall or the spring. As always, we have part-time programs, but the students who you meet with at the tax interview program, the full-time students will have started this fall, and we'll have a semester of grades for you to check out. But in the future, we have some students who are finishing up either in the summer session or the fall of 2021 who may be available for an internship over the summer if you're interested in that. In terms of our classes, many of them were taught remotely in real time over Zoom, but a handful were taught in person in a classroom on campus in New York City. So students were able to either move here to New York City and take a handful of classes in person and many of their classes over Zoom, or they were able to stay where they were and not move to the city and take classes entirely remotely. We require students to attend in real time and participate in these classes, and our faculty are just as enthusiastic about calling on students in this format as they are in the classroom. In fact, maybe a bit more so because there's no longer a back row to hide in. The upshot of Zoom is that every student has a front row seat effectively, and everyone can see and hear each other very well. And the problem sets are easier to see than they are on a chalkboard if you're 15 rows back. Students also have access to the class recordings to review, and this year's class has been very focused on their studies as they have many fewer options for going out in New York City. It's actually been a really good time to focus on tax. We have a few classes that are available to full-time students which are pre-recorded, which is something that we usually offer to our part-time students. But for the most part, we force full-time students to take real-time interactive classes where their faculty have the chance to grill them, for lack of a more delicate term. At any rate, thank you very much, and I hope you have a very productive tax interview program, and thanks for listening to this.